Dortmund attacking the yellow wall in this first half.
Oh my God!
It's going to be the in-swinger this time from Julian Brandt from this left-hand side.
I'm sorry, everyone. The connection didn't even dominate.
Now look at Reece James. Reece James, when the Chelsea defended his
stupid connection, man, interrupted the stream. So jarring, man.
High as well. I think he feels like he has to go in and mark. So not really seeing as much of him in attacking positions. Because we know how good he is in those areas.
So Fernandez onto João Felix.
Thankful for the light, man.
Dortmund's turn to get back into some kind of defensive shape, and then it was Sula pressurised on that side by Mudryk and cleared away by Kubel, the goalkeeper.
If Chelsea can do that, isolate Sula against it, then there's no competition, but trying to get bodies around so that doesn't happen.
So Fernandez, who played 5 group games for Benfica before Christmas, third game for Chelsea. Played 5 group games for Benfica before Christmas, third game for Chelsea tonight. Ruben Loftus-Cheek intercepted in there by the hard-working Emre Can. Here's Adeyemi. He's got the speed away from people. Trying to play that in towards Haller, defended by Koulibaly. Here's Bellingham. Marius Wolf, headed away by Thiago Silva, controlled by Brandt. Wolf involved again. That's a corner.
Connection so shit. Oh my days, man.
Done it often. Mudryk has to come back. Those wide players from Ziyech.
Julian Brandt out there to take it. Sula, there's the big tall critical presence in there along with Haller. Comfortably headed away by Chelsea. It's been the issue for both of them so far in the opening 23 and a half minutes. They've been okay until the final third, and that little bit at the end, the final ball to try and set up a genuine chance has been what they've been struggling with.
Absolutely, and we know that Chelsea have had those problems in the Premier League as well. Now, number 9 that scores consistent goals, not one on the bench either. And obviously, Aubameyang, who's well known in Dortmund, is not even in the squad.
Hoisted in by Wolf and headed away by Koulibaly. Loftus-Cheek can steer it now to Hakim Ziyech. Kubel there, ahead of Kai Havertz. Would have been Yusufa Moukoko up front tonight, we suspect, had he not injured ankle ligaments at the weekend in the Bundesliga. That's why Sebastian Haller is starting tonight. Ben Chilwell. João Felix. Plenty of time there for Adeyemi. He's the man they want to get in space, Adeyemi, if they can. Situations like this. He's been clocked as the fastest ever player in the Bundesliga in terms of speed. Nicely done by Haller.
Oh my days.
Opens up now for Adeyemi. Good block by Thiago Silva. And an alert defending on that side by Chilwell. João Felix battling on that side with Emre Can. There's a touch to foul, and free kick for Chelsea. Crowd didn't like it.
João Felix, such a high level player. for Chelsea, finding the space. When that first ball goes out, it usually goes out to him, and whether it's central or wide, he usually picks up the ball and keeps hold of it. Yeah, it was foul, but it's interesting, Dortmund out of possession, they're in the mid-block because they want Chelsea to come onto them, so they have that space for the likes of Adeyemi with his pace to run in behind. To come onto them, so they have that space for the likes of Adeyemi with his pace to run in behind.
So Felix trying to get there, put in by the right back Marius Wolf. Chelsea qualified as group with a sense rider away in the first leg. Dortmund coming runners-up in the group that included Manchester City. They were beaten at the Etihad and held City to a 0-0 draw here. They're the only team for quite some time to stop Dortmund actually scoring a goal on this pitch. Space for Julian Brandt to turn. Chelsea backing off. It's Haller with a chance. Side betting. First time that Dortmund have really opened Chelsea up like that.
Yeah, a lot of space there for Brandt to run into.
First time that Dortmund have really opened Chelsea up like that.
Yeah, a lot of space there for Brandt to run into. And there's not really anybody looking after those centre-backs in front of net. Just Haller gets himself in space. Koulibaly did enough though. I think Kepa probably didn't have it covered.
Frustration for Edin Terzic, the coach. Haller scored once in the 6 matches since he made the comeback. Scored for goals at West Ham, but he got 47 in 66 at Ajax and really seemed to find his touch, and he'll be hoping that he can rediscover that form as quickly as possible tonight. From a Dortmund perspective, it would certainly be a good place to do it.
Yeah, and the way that Dortmund play, you know, when they do counter, they don't connect passes, they just get the ball forward quickly. They're not frightened to put the ball at risk in those areas, and that obviously for Haller is, you know, when he wants the ball through there or from crosses or cutbacks.
One ball given against Kai Havertz. There's Emre Can. Showing playing in the Champions League final for Liverpool. Supported here by Salihofshan. Schlotterbeck there, pressurised by Joao Felix, but it has Kubel as the support. They're pressurised by Joao Felix, but it has Kubel as the support. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, nice ball to Kai Havertz. Hakim Ziyech. Anyway, chance defensive header. Bellingham now looking for Adeyemi. Koulibaly underneath it for Chelsea. It's a foul on Ziyech, but clumsy from Guerrero.
Yeah, he wasn't really going anywhere either. Ziyech not managed Chelsea to get Ziyech on the ball too much. Quite a lot of the players being centrally and out in that left position, but in these wide areas they could get round Dortmund.
It's the two Chelsea fullbacks over the free kick. Again, Ben Chilwell and Reece James. James with the delivery again. Backing by Enzo Fernandez. Koulibaly was coming in. Offside flag is up before the shot by Joao Felix against Chelsea.
It was actually a clever little push back in from Mudryk, who was going to have a shot. Yeah, Koulibaly just got offside. You probably not want your centre back in that sort of position anyway.
Back on the move. Also, Fernandez went in firmly on Adeyemi, and now Kai Havertz can come forward for Chelsea, but they've got numbers back there, Dortmund. Half an hour that's been competitive, compelling. Clearest chance so far created by Sebastian Haller. Chelsea have had a goal disallowed for a handball by Thiago Silva.
Yeah, not had lots of chances, but it's been a real watchable game.
Sebastian Haller, Jude Bellingham.
I completely understand why Graham Potter plays Loftus-Cheek there. You know, he chooses his passes well when he picks the ball up and he fills spaces. And when you're just playing in a two like that, it's really important that you do fill the spaces. Obviously, Fernandez has done well as well.
This is where they want João Felix operating, supported here by Ziyech. João Felix with a chance, glorious chance as well. Has to be hitting
Wow,
the
you should have
target
scored
from
that, bro.
Tell you what, it's a great bit of play right up until the end bit, and you would expect with the game that Felix is having that he would finish that. Ziyech did well, picked him right back out. One touch finish. He's just trying to curl it in that top corner. Probably just a little bit easy. Leaning back. Big chance that.
If there is a hole in his game, it is maybe the fact that he doesn't score enough goals. That was certainly the case at Atletico Madrid. He's got 7 in 28 in the Champions League coming into tonight. Having said that, though, Lucy, if he could score goals with any kind of regularity, he'd be virtually unstoppable, wouldn't he?
Absolutely. He's coming to this Chelsea team like he's been playing in it for years.
That's exactly where they want him, that little pocket of space behind Kai Havertz where he can really start to do some damage. Marius Wolf. Nicholas Sula. Now Julian Brandt. Bellingham, Adeyemi. Bellingham looking for an opening. Haller's ball played out there, and Chilwell had read it, although he didn't win it. They've still got it here, Dortmund. And they'll get the corner of Koulibaly. Marius Wolf didn't give it up by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, sheer determination really from Wolf that he was going to get to the ball in front of Chilwell. And slid in, managed to keep it in, and then gets his team a corner. Really good work from the right back.
Variation on the set piece. They've gone short here to Julian Brandt. Adeyemi with the shot! Well, they've worked it nicely. He got time and he got space. Maybe we'll feel that he could have had a better finish at the end of it all.
Absolutely, I think both teams are missing that clinical finish. Well, there's been 2 or 3 chances for Dortmund, a couple for Chelsea. You see, he was trying to get it over the bodies, but it's never going in.
We heard a variation of this song last night in the Parc des Princes as well. It's a bit of a Bonnie Tyler number that they've taken to their hearts in continental Europe. Don't hear it much in the Premier League, but we heard it in Paris, and we're hearing it tonight in Dortmund as well.
Too young for Bonnie Tyler.
Graham Potter knows the word. Movie sides have knocked Dortmund out in 3 of the last 4 seasons. They lost at the Etihad in the group stage. I mentioned it was the night where Erling Haaland scored that wonderful goal from the João Cancelo outside of the boot pass. The last win against an English team was almost 7 years ago, and that was in the Europa League against Tottenham. They haven't won a knockout tie in the Champions League against an English team since Manchester United. That was in the semi-finals of the Champions League the year they won it.
Now look at Chelsea, and I think one of the problems is because Havertz is not a target number 9, and he wants to run with it because he does a lot of good work, away from the box. And I think his teammates don't really know how to support him. So when they come to support him and he loses it, they're then out of position, and they really are missing that sort of target man.
Julian Brandt's an excellent technical footballer. He took it superbly for Dortmund. Here he is again. Jude Bellingham. Sebastian Haller needs somebody to pull it back to. In the end, the challenge was made on him by Thiago Silva. Chelsea captain to go. Excellent pressure by the corner flag from Dortmund. There's Wolf. Chan. Schlotterbeck might fancy a shot from there.
Kai.
What was made by Kai Havertz. He's scored a couple of goals since the season resumed. Nico Schlotterbeck. Havertz, of course, scored famously for Chelsea in a Champions League final. Good touch by Brandt. Bellingham. Loftus-Cheek working hard. Enzo Fernandez was in there as well. Chelsea able to clear.
That's not a high foot, allow him. Switch. Well done.
Both Emre Can and Nico Schlotterbeck. Woodward's got the ball now.
Come on.
Here's Enzo Fernandez. Ziyech. Away by Guerrero. Bellingham managed to get through that challenge of Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and now Borussia Dortmund might be in business. Bellingham leading the charge. Julian Brandt. Karim Adeyemi. Really good defending by Thiago Silva to stop Bellingham from turning. And then the cross into the gloves of Kepa.
Chelsea counter. And Dortmund look vulnerable. Dortmund win it back, and Bellingham gets it on regains. It's
come on.
devastating.
It's Havertz. Needs a bit of support. Finds it from João Felix. That's excellent feet. Oh, he's in the bar.
Oh my days, wow.
I did everything right. The pair of them, Havertz holds it up well. Great little touch out. Just nudged a little bit, but how? Well, you half of you'd say unlucky, the other would say he should have scored. The goalkeeper made it big. He was always being pushed by Wolf. He just thought that was an obvious goal.
Just think, Lucy, in a situation like this, you've got to take one of those opportunities he's had.
They're actually working well, whether it's Ziyech that goes wide when Chelsea counter and Felix picks up those central positions, or Havertz makes the run and drags the defender. But like you say, when you're away from home in the Champions League, you're at Dortmund and you're on top, you have to score. It just changes how the game looks.
Scoring goals remains the Achilles heel for Chelsea. Despite the fact that Dortmund have had 64% of the possession, they've had the two best opportunities in this match. Graham Potter's side. Crossed in by Wolf, away by Loftus-Cheek, and now picked up by Mudryk. It's good play by Emre Can.
To be fair to Chelsea in terms of defending when they're in settled defensive compact shape like this, they're doing well. They're not allowing Dortmund in behind.
Schlotterbeck on the charge. Challenge made on him by Reece James. Here's Ziyech. Havertz.
He led by Thiago Silva. They drop deep, deny space, and they can't play those little balls in behind. So they're the shot from the outside of the area. Have to fiddle it and try and get in behind the back four.
6 minutes to go in the first half. The first half where João Felix has had two fantastic opportunities for Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez. João Felix. In by Ben Chilwell. Kai Havertz was trying to flick it. It was a little bit behind him. There wasn't really a lot more they could do about that. Now Jude Bellingham for Dortmund. Adeyemi looking to run in behind Thiago Silva, who was patient and precise with the defending.
Brilliant. And it's not often that Chelsea are out of shape when Dortmund then do counter, but that little header was needed. Just watch the ball all the way, otherwise, you know, those quick players of Dortmund, Adeyemi, and it's Haller up there, can get in behind. Great defending.
Reece James, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Enzo Fernandez, and now Koulibaly. Mikhailo Mudryk behind for the corner. Make sure you stay with us tonight, 12:15. The first test, New Zealand against England. And you can see Barcelona Manchester United tomorrow from 5 o'clock. And Jake Paul against Tommy Fury on Sunday, the 26th of February.
Yo, what's my battery?
Box office. You see the frustrations that Joao Felix misses, not just from the Chelsea manager, but from the Chelsea owner.
Good enough.
That's fine.
As well.
55, Jalou. Fix it back up, don't leave it right now.
4 minutes of the first half. Kai Havertz was closest to that for Chelsea. And the referee spotted a foul inside the box.
Just needed, that was a great ball in from Felix on the corner. Just needed a bit of conviction and just attacking the ball as it came in. Look where it ends up. Havertz just hoping, rather than thinking he's going to get on the end of it.
They've combined for 14 attempts in the first half. The two teams, 10 for Dortmund and 4 for Chelsea, and none of them as yet have managed to find the target. Neither goalkeeper has had to make a save of any significance. Marius Wolf. Julian Brandt in stride. Couple to aim at in the middle. That's nicely done by Brandt. Here's the chance to shoot. Oh, plenty of power. Marius Wolf with the strike. Kepa didn't get a touch. He was flowing there.
Right.
They played it so well. We'll wish he hadn't made that slide. Just absolutely takes him out of the game. It opens it up for Dortmund. And again, it's an effort from quite far out from Wolf. Kepa had that in vision all the way through.
One of those moves, when he's striking like that, it's always going away from the Chelsea goal. So a decent half on the right-hand side though, hasn't he? Repaid the faith of his manager.
Absolutely. And Mudryk to do with as well, and the pace of him. I think there is a chink of light for Chelsea. The wide players of Dortmund don't cover that well, so there's those spaces. And Chelsea, whichever striker drops in, usually Felix, they're really getting on the ball and causing problems for Dortmund. So lots of positives for Chelsea.
It's a persistent problem for Chelsea, isn't it? Turning a decent opportunity into a goal. Mentioned earlier tonight, 3 clean sheets in 4 matches is a sign that things organisationally have been much better for Chelsea. It's the kind of situation where they'll need to contain Dortmund tonight, knowing they've got the second leg of Stamford Bridge. The kind of situation that can make them dangerous in this competition over 2 legs as well. Kubel clearing his lines in front of Mudryk. With a touch by Haller. Dunningham denied there by Ruben Loftus-Cheek. It's Hakim Ziyech. Final minute of the first half. Reece James. Ziyech.
Ref! Jolting. Take that back. Come on.
Super defending though by Loftus-Cheek to snuff out any danger.
Yeah, he covers those spaces well. Loftus-Cheek plays well in it too.
I'm just trying to take up my boys.
They play with Fernandez, who can cover those spaces because there's a lot to do.
Problem Chelsea got now is they're down to 10 because Ziyech actually rolled off the pitch. So he's being treated, now he's coming back on. Chilwell. And there's half time. Well, Hakim Ziyech might need to rest his back. Joao Felix might need to find his shooting boots. He had the two best opportunities. Sebastian Haller went closest for Dortmund when he rattled one into the side netting. Jude Bellingham's been his usual probing self in midfield, and we haven't seen a great deal as yet from Mykhailo Mudryk. The opportunities for Chelsea both fell to Joao Felix. The first one he put over the bar, the second one he hit the bar with. And Thiago Silva still talking to the referee about the Chelsea goal that was disallowed, the Reece James free kick that went in off Thiago Silva's hand. Half time here in Dortmund, though, in the Champions League. It's Borussia Dortmund 0, Chelsea 0.
This programme is brought to you by Oppo, UEFA Champions League official sponsor.
I see somebody's having a little bit of something to say.
I will gladly be.
Stick to your YouTube videos. Don't promote to Watchalong. It'll get laid out in 30 seconds flat.
It's really a perfect matchup, and we're just going to see who has that dog inside of them.
No airport stress, you've got free lounge access when you book with Ollie.
Free airport lounge access with 4- and 5-star holidays with On the Beach. ATO protected.
On the beach.
You said electricity can't be adventurous. You said adventure means time to recharge. All new Nissan X-Trail with e-power, a unique electrified experience, unplugged.
What I have, I don't want pain, I don't want pity. I'm sorry if I left this far, but I reach back on. Why not? A different angle. Your life is a sham to catch out.
Maybe it was amazing. Or average. Whatever it was, free your feel good with Viagra Connect.
What you waiting
The day looks bright with a good chance of getting stuff done.
Tomorrow begins today with NetWest.
Internet's playing up again. What a nightmare.
Dad, it won't stop spinning.
It's been loading.
Save yourself from broadband nightmares with unbreakable Wi-Fi. Only BT's hybrid broadband is backed up by EE, the UK's best network.
At Simply Business, we know finding business insurance can be a
Pane in the glass. If you need any kind of glazing repair, you can get stuff. Perfect glass that big night when you just want to
Hell up and die. Pop into my salon if you're looking.
rough around the edges. All types of garden maintenance.
Over 800,000 businesses trust Simply Business to support with their insurance. Simply Business, you name it, we insure it.
You're safe. You can be anybody else. Just
What's your thing?
yourself.
Whatever it is,
Ready.
we'll find one of these things to match.
Moneybox is the simple way to save for your first home. The award-winning app takes you from first step to doorstep. Piece of carrot cake.
Company.
own your McSpicy face. Come in here. With 100% chicken breast and a spicy crispy coating, the McSpicy is here to stay.
This programme is brought to you by Heineken, UEFA Champions League official sponsor.
Welcome back. So it's all about the Champions League this evening. Tomorrow night it's about the Europa League and the Europa Conference League, and you can see the goal show where they keep you up to date with everything happening in all the matches across Europe from 5:30 on BT Sport 1. Trust me, it's a good watch. And actually, you have to say that first half has been a good watch, hasn't it?
Yeah, been a really good watch. And you just see Chelsea play slightly different, a little bit deeper, more on the counter-attack. Dortmund played really well, but haven't created anything clear-cut. Chelsea have actually defended pretty well.
How has there not been a shot on target in that first 45 minutes? It seems wild.
Lacklustre finishing, simple as that. In both boxes, there's been great work getting to that point, but they haven't been able to kind of just break the net because the quality at that end of the pitch hasn't quite been good enough. You can see here in these areas, very good, great awareness from Ziyech, great ball, perfect weight on the pass, and he should be doing better there, Felix. I thought it's been magnificent first half, other than his finishing.
Really, he's got that instinct that knows the defender's got to go to ground, and he's just got to lift it, not as much as that, but lift it and reverse it across the goalkeeper. He's had a few chances in the Chelsea shirt already, João Felix, outstanding up to that point, but this is a lovely ball that would put a bit of backspin on, and then Havertz gets in, gets a bit of pace. And once Chelsea got beyond them and there's space opening up, lovely wave pass, and here, lovely touch. He just does the same thing again.
What I liked about that, Joe, is he's the one who played the ball to Havertz, breaks his neck to Joe and play again. And it's just, again, everything up to this point was brilliant. The finishing just left a lot to be desired.
But it's amazing. It's almost like 4 or 5v2, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, Havertz and João Felix are causing Dortmund loads of issues, even though they're outnumbered.
Yeah, and at the other end, I mean, Dortmund have dominated possession. They've had 3 times the shots that Chelsea managed, albeit none of them on target. It's been interesting watching Dortmund defensively and Chelsea defending, hasn't it?
Well, I mean, Joe was just mentioned it, you know, the amount of bodies Dortmund are getting forward and committing forward, you know, they've really dominated the ball. But we see Koulibaly there, you know, they've defended their box actually quite well. You know, they've been quite deep, Chelsea. We see Dortmund, you know, the amount of bodies are getting forward in these areas.
They're throwing bodies forward, they're dominating possession, they've really pinned Chelsea back. You've got to give, you know, Dortmund, particularly in midfield, Brandt and Bellingham, credit for that. They're getting in behind. Chelsea defending really well. You know, you've changed the centre-half pair, and again, Koulibaly's coming. I thought he's had a good game alongside Thiago Silva. But Dortmund, it's just been a finishing problem.
It feels like they've actually set out to play like this. I mean, we were talking before we come on air, but have they decided to play like this? Let's bring Dortmund onto us. Let's let them get comfortable and then commit bodies forwards so we know that they do that and then hit them on the counter-attack. And that's the way this game's played out in the first half so far.
Do you think Potter's seen a weakness in Sula in particular at the back?
Yeah, I think they've seen the legs of Havertz and Felix to be able to get up the pitch and cause them havoc. When the forwards are really high, you've got your 2 centre-halves sitting there, sitting and waiting to be hurt.
Okay, well, reasons for both sides to be positive. Remember, this is a Chelsea team that's struggling to perform against a Dortmund side who started 2023 so well. But as things stand, with so much incredible talent on the pitch and a brilliant atmosphere inside the stadium, it remains goalless, and the second half is coming your way in just a couple of minutes.
This programme is brought to you by Otto, UEFA Champions League official sponsor.
Why did we start keeping money inside eggs? Life is confusing. Insurance doesn't have to be. Don't be confused. BeConfused.com.
A man we passed just tried to stare me down. And when I looked at you, you looked at
the ground.
I don't really know what to say to that.
But I think that you do.
Well, welcome back. So, no goals so far in Germany this evening. Also goalless in the other Champions League game this evening between Club Rouge and Benfica. So, at the moment, we're live in Germany. In the wee small hours of tomorrow morning, we'll be live in Tauranga, New Zealand. Here's all the details.
England's men are in New Zealand for the start of their two-match test series against the Black Caps. It's a pink ball day-night test to start us off in Mount Maunganui. It's sure to be an exciting series as England go on the hunt for their first series win in New Zealand in some 15 years. Join us for all the action live at midnight from Bay Oval.
Very nice, Alison. Thank you. Right, here come Chelsea. What would have been the message from Graham, do you think? What would he like to see in the second half?
We said just take your chances. You know, they've actually played pretty well, played different than they normally do with goals possession. You've got to take your chances.
I think, yeah, like Owen said, but I think he'd say to the lads, listen, you've had a look at them now. You know what they're all about. You've seen the stadium. You should have put them to bed with a couple of chances. Keep doing what you're doing, and just take your chances. I think he'll be very calm, that's for sure.
I was very much one of those that try to change them. Now listen, we don't concede. We play first half. We've got chances. We don't need to go crazy, gung-ho. Just keep a clean sheet and then boys up front will get us a goal at some point. You've got to have the confidence in your attacking players. They've got to finish the job for them now.
They've had the best chances, Chelsea, but they have also lived dangerously at times.
Yeah, but they've defended really well. And I think when you have an experienced centre-backs like Koulibaly and Thiago Silva, Kepa, they look comfortable, Enzo in front of that. Dortmund are They're a good side, but they always give you a chance. You know, this game could be anything. I think they're quite similar side, but I think we'll get goals in the second half.
If they could do something here in the second half, this could be a really big moment in the sort of Graham Potter early start of his time at Chelsea.
Good shout, Jake. Graham Potter needs a big game, a big moment.
Yeah.
You know, just that moment, isn't it? And the lads need it as well. They've taken a battering the last few weeks. The results haven't been what they've done. The things are fine. Do you know what? A telling sign for when teams are a little bit low on confidence is when you're missing chances, because you know it shows that the lads are going to be anxious and things like that. So he's just going to need a big match. If he can come away from there with something, it's massive.
All right, well, let's find out what happens. It could be a significant second half for that man, Graham Potter, and his Chelsea players. So let's get back to it. Out to Chelsea, away the arrival of Dortmund, out into the stadium, in the company of Lucy Ward and Darren Fletcher. And Darren, when they make their way out, the noise once again will be special.
I think it will, Jake. Just going to the point that everybody's just been talking about in the studio, Lucy, it does just show, doesn't it, the value of a genuine number 9 and finisher. When you think that Erling Haaland was here last season, the kind of player that might well have turned Dortmund pressure into goals in the first half, and for all the players that Chelsea have signed, they've never managed to sort that issue out of having someone that they can rely on through the middle. Hence why we've got Kai Havertz and Joao Felix, two players who by their own admission would sooner play slightly more withdrawn than they are at the moment. So you kind of see why they're so valuable on the market when they become available.
Absolutely. I mean, this game has been played at a really high tempo that suits both teams. You've got Felix, he hardly gives the ball away. He's confident to take the ball in tight areas, but he plays better when he's got a mobile, athletic number 9 in front of him.
All changes by Edin Terzic, all by Graham Potter at half-time. Chelsea are going to attack the yellow wall, the south terrace, which is to our left as we look at the field here at Signal Iduna Park. Joao Felix with the 2 best opportunities, put one over the bar when he should have hit the target, and hit the bar when he was clean through. The reality is 34 goals in 131 games for Atletico Madrid. That's the kind of player that he is, but you do feel that when Chelsea do get that number 9 position sorted out, he's going to be valuable playing just behind. So let's see if Chelsea can turn a resilient, organised first half performance into some kind of goal in the second half. Here's Enzo Fernandez with the noise levels just starting to rise again.
I think that Rio was right at half-time, keeping a clean sheet now for Chelsea. I think their ability to not lose games now in the Champions League were really significant. Can they keep it tight? Can they nick a goal?
2 areas of slight concern. Reece James and Thiago Silva both booked in the first half. James in possession, supported here by Enzo Fernandez that time when he got the ball, Margaret.
Yeah, brilliant movement as well. You can see Felix just dragging wide, gives that space for Chilwell in that inside channel that Chelsea look to play. Not done as much in terms of chill forward, but that's what was really effective from that full-back position.
Thiago Silva eventually. Kalidou Koulibaly's in there already. Joao Felix is being told by the yellow wall that he's got to put the ball inside the quadrant. Enough on that from Kubel to get the ball away. That was a decent touch as well by Adeyemi. Here's Bellingham, tackled by his England teammate Ben Chilwell. That's a foul by Brandt on Joao Felix.
Chelsea full-backs are not in their position, a set piece like that, or whether they've got there and attacked. Just stops a counter by Dortmund there, was good defending.
Yellow card for Jude Bellingham.
He wasn't happy with Chilwell after that. He just caught with a leg coming through, but we made a little bit more of it. Chilwell.
Benfica have got a goal up in the other game being played tonight. Joao Mario with the opening goal of that one against Scott Parker's Club Brugge. So we have the deadlock broken at least in one of the Champions League last 16 matches taking place tonight. We'll see in the fullness of time whether we get a goal here in Dortmund as well. Thiago Silva, Kai Havertz, taken on the run there by Loftus-Cheek, but it was good work in there by Slotterbeck to win it back again. Here's Joao Felix, and now Kai Havertz, footing from Sula, but he was caught there. Chelsea's number 29, free kick to Chelsea. Mudryk, tackle made on him by Julian Brandt. It's the first time here in the match, really, right at the start of this second half, that Chelsea have got Borussia Dortmund boxed into their own half. They can't really get the ball up to Sebastian Haller to get out.
Yeah, they're building up nicely, actually, choosing the right moments to go forward.
Felix looking to try and get Mudryk in behind. He was well dealt with defensively by Marius Wolf, who was sort of right back in the first half. Koulibaly stepping in there ahead of Haller. Koulibaly now as the left winger finds Joao Felix, whose feet are always good. There's the chance for Havertz in there. Enzo Fernandez now moves the ball and hits the shot.
Cut.
The was made in there by Bellingham. Really good start for half from Chelsea.
Yes. Come on.
James. Fernandez. Joao Felix. Kai Havertz was the target, that's taken by Kudl, but it's 5.5 minutes there in Chelsea possession that he's going to be delighted with.
Yeah, absolutely. Composed possession, choosing the moments to go forward. Koulibaly, a little bit of pressure on him coming into this game, but I think he's done well defensively and really even managed to get himself in the winger position.
Come on.
I thought it was an extremely pertinent point that Graham Potter made in the press conference yesterday when he said, look, it didn't look in the first 6 months at Brighton like it looked in the last 6 months.
It's been formed on the pitch, and because there's such good players that have been brought in, then that will quicken up the speed. But like I said before, Graham Potter's football takes a while, even when you've got a settled team.
Excellent ball out to Marius Wolf. Ray Chan. Nicholas Sula. Slotterbeck with Bellingham in close attendance. Played it towards Sebastian Haller, and Thiago Silva doing enough. Reads the game better than most that you've seen down the years. When you think about it, you try and rack your brains and think about centre-backs who've read the game as well as Thiago Silva. Firm there by Bellingham on Ziyech, who stayed down after the challenge. Chelsea coming forward now with Reece James. It's an excellent run by Reece James, who's still going.
Come on.
And he's been dragged down there right on the edge of the box. It's a yellow card for Emre Can. I think Emre Can realised he's got to stop it one way or the other.
Well, brilliant from Reece James. That's what he's all about. Even from a full-back position, when he's not playing wing-back, he can get himself forward. And when he drives like that, it's so difficult to stop.
Big Joao Bellingham's on a yellow card too.
I mean, obviously the ref played and showed advantage being played. Didn't go back though.
So 2 yellows in 4 minutes for Borussia Dortmund. Jude Bellingham first and then Emre Can. A big conversation going on around the ball here with the Chelsea players to work out what they're going to do from this situation.
Erling Haaland.
Thiago Silva offering out. She won the free kick, almost the man to make the most of it. Here's Havertz, Chelsea Chan again. He just needs to calm himself down. If he's not. It's just at that stage of the minute where you think that 1 or 2 down there just need to calm it down a wee bit. It's a bit sparky at the moment.
Yeah, it is, but again, if I was Chelsea driving at that Dortmund back line, he's done really well in 2023. He's got his place back in the team in the league and he's playing really well.
Any kind of touch from Haller, who wasn't too far away, might well have diverted it in.
Tell you what, he did well, Kepa. Chelsea have struggled lately, that definitely hasn't. The goalkeeper, back line.
Havertz for Chelsea. Ziyech. Mudryk was the player coming in, Brent was the player tracking back. Here's Chilwell. Enzo Fernandez has the shot. One of those that just was pitching in front to the goalkeeper corner.
Now it's just more open in the second half. Chelsea's had a lot of control over it at the start of the second half, haven't they?
Robson in 2003 to win a game in Germany in the knockout stage of the Champions League, and they have had just Thiago Silva there in front of Bellingham.
Led by Thiago Silva, they're not allowing any space in behind.
Sorts on the line tonight. Dortmund have scored in 48 of their last 49 games that they've played here. Chelsea have only lost 1 of their last 7. It's cool and violent. Happy to run away from Brandt and then bring Mudryk into the game. And they check with a really nicely timed challenge.
Yeah, there's a great example there. Mudryk had the space to run into, just not the ball. They had the grass in front of him. He has the pace, just held it up a bit.
Chilwell's cross, and that's a Chelsea corner.
Can they make this period of pressure from the start of the second half count? They don't want to lose Chilwell.
Well, missed 10 matches with the hamstring for Chelsea. Ben Chilwell.
Because of that.
It's going to leave the corner here to Joao Felix. Both of them fancied hitting and neither of them really took responsibility. Joao Felix can have a run. Mudryk in behind them. Fall into the ground and make it really awkward for the goalkeeper. He did remarkably well to tip it over. 3-1 with Enzo. Well, they're a team who are a giant getter. What on earth is going on? Anyway.
They're just going to keep going, Chelsea, because it is opening up.
He placed on for this half well, but didn't he do well there when he got around the keeper and kept his composure?
Did brilliant. I mean, he's been threatening that. He's not really had any sort of space to run into Adeyemi, but I'll show his pace there. Kept his cool around Kepa. I think that Chelsea's mentality, I think they've coped with the atmosphere so far, but they have to just raise it now. Have they got the resilience to get themselves back in this game?
Well,